Hey y'all, and good now, whenever and wherever this finds you. Well, I've gotten a lot of feedback from my video yesterday, and I've reconsidered some of the ideas. And I'm thinking that although I've seen the path into the new paradigm, which is to start with self-love and appreciate the things around you and raise your positive vibration to a new level, and then make choices from there, and they'll be more in line with who you are, and that is a revolutionary act. I like the part where you're elevating your vibration to a higher level and making choices from a new place is the revolution. I like that part. But I got into this thing of thinking that we can't do that because there are people in this country that still believe in the doctrine of discovery, which is that one race is better than another. Or I want to share that with people. But what happened is I realized that we can't do that in this country, the United States I'm speaking of, is because we haven't dealt with the wounds of our past. We're still eating from the fruit of a poison tree. I mean, I got it growing up. I was indoctrinated. And it's the same thing that was stated in 1452 in the Doctrine of Discovery. I won't go there again, but it has continued to stay generation after generation, coming down to this point where there is a mass of people in this country that would choose the death of the democracy rather than the death of their supremacy. They want their way, and they will destroy everything to get it. And that somehow I missed the whole point, that if they're trying to tear down the government that's built on this racist, systemic racist idea, well, why wouldn't I praise them and say good job? I mean, and it's like you'll go down with it, but hey, at least it'll get done, and I don't have to destroy the system. All I have to do is create this new revolution within myself and choose to enjoy the process of, watching everything unfold. I believe that today's path should be about having dealt with those issues in myself. I can say to them, look, that's evil. It's wrong, and you need to stop. You're hurting yourself more than anyone else. You are so disconnected from your authenticity that you'll never, ever, whatever. And that's all I got to say to them about that. So, anyway, what I want to say today is that calling people evil and saying they're wrong, all of that stuff, just took me right back out of the revolution and back into the space of thinking that somehow we're going to fix this shit. And no, we're going to create a new way of being. It's like we ain't fixing nothing. We're creating a new way of being. With this information, this next clip seems out of place. I mean, worrying about others is, again, going to take me out of the revolution and back into the fixing mode. And is that, how are they going to get into this revolutionary spirit of self-love when they're so full of hatred and resentment. So it is to encourage them, speaking of those that that want the destruction of the country, so as to get them to see the folly of their way. Speaking of folly, I am full of folly, but the point is that one more time, I'm focused on others when it's so simple just to elevate my sense of authenticity and make new choices. This made for a bad transition, but what I want to say is that I should be listening to this more than anyone else. I'm continuing to ask others to do what I should be doing myself. And once I see the folly of my ways, then I can enjoy watching the circus in town and know that it's just a passing. All life is just a passing and an ongoing. And so let's go on and address those issues and come to a place of revealing to themselves how they have been played all these years. You know, it's said a million times, if you can convince a white man he's better than a black man, you can steal his money. I believed back in 2015 that Trump was a manifestation of this society, and that he's come to dissolve the empire, or what this country has become. And he's done a really good job, and he's not done yet. People say, well, I wish he would go away, but he's not done yet. It will be done. It's never going to be done. That's not what life is about. Life is about another choice. I come to a place where I think I'm at outcome, and it's just another choice. And so that's why the revolution is important, is that I'm making these choices from an elevated state, more in touch with my authenticity and the truth of who I am. And so I added all those revisions, and this has made the ending of the original video very out of place. So I'll just tell you that it relates back to when I was telling you that you can steal a man's money by convincing him of he's better than others. And that's exactly what's going on. So we need to stop and get focused on this revolution. That's what I got to say about that. So in that note, I would like to say I appreciate you listening to this, and I'll see you down the road.